Well, hello again, and welcome to another tips and tricks from my desktop to yours. And happy Groundhog Day, because that's what it is, this little creature here. This is on the light side before we get into the meat of this video here. It is truly Groundhog Day, and this little mammoth here, almost as scary when you wake up in the morning and look at this on your computer. Well, today I'm going to give you a real good tip. I've been doing audiobooks for some time, and I've been looking for a good TTS, text-to-speech package that I can use, because I'm probably a good speaker, but I'm not a good reader. I stumble a lot when I read, so I wouldn't make a good book reader. I've tried it a couple of times, but it just doesn't come out right. So what I decided to do was go to digital voices, but I'm like many out there, I don't like the sound of a digital voice until now. And I use Linux. And that's one area where Linux kind of suffered a little bit. Tried all kinds of things with Linux, and I couldn't come up with a good sounding voice. I did do this, though. I'm going to go to my browser, and I'm going to go to a little text that I wrote here before you got online with me. And usually what I would do is I use a little add-on here, extension in Chrome browser. It's called Read Aloud Text Reader. And if I highlight this text, now I had my text set yesterday to a fairly good voice. But if I right mouse click on it and I said read out loud, watch what happens. Nothing. And the reason for that is because of this. I need to add permission. And this happens to me all the time when I use WaveNet voices. So what I have to do is I got to click on Speak It. Then I have to say I'm not a robot. And then it has
Google Cloud Text-to-Speech enables developers to synthesize natural-sounding speech with 100-plus voices, available in multiple languages and variants.
Okay.
It applies DeepMind's groundbreaking research in WaveNet and...
Okay, I'm going to cut that off right now. So you kind of get the idea what that sounds like. Oop. So now, if I just click on the horn or click on read text, it'll read it to me. I'll watch.
Linux users do not have to put up with inferior text-to-speech. Linux users do not have to put up with inferior text-to-speech.
You see how it sounds. It's still kind of a synthesized voice, and it sounds like a robot because the way it speaks. Listen to it again. Oop.
Linux users do not have to put up with inferior text-to-speech (TTS) anymore. I am making this video for a post I am putting on Ubuntu forums to show how easy it is to make a great TTS for video.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there because this is not what I'm going to show you. I use this for quite a while because it's as close as I can. But what happens is eventually the voice will stop working, okay? So I sent an email to myself on how to do this because I do it on all my computers once I find a trick on my main computer. So let me just click on my email here. I have a web address here, and I will post it in my post I put on Ubuntu forums. And I will also put on there how to do that. I open up a terminal, and see, and I typed the commands before. What I had to do is I had to do a, let me back up here. I had to do a update first, sudo app update, and then sudo app upgrade, and then sudo app install snap, snapd. I already had it installed, so I didn't need to install it again, but I just wanted to make sure it was installed. And then I tried to install the P3X-OneNote, and that didn't work either. So I used the snap command and installed the P3X-OneNote, and it installed it. Now let me tell you what this package is. I'm going to close my close that, and I'm going to just go to this. Let's see, I think I have it on here already. Yeah, there it is right here. Okay. Nope, that's not it. This is it here. Okay. It's the URL where you can install the package, the P3X OneNote. And it tells you, gives you the Debian command, Ferraro, and the Arch Linux commands. So you can do it in any one of them. All Linux packages support it. And then you can do your sudo snap install, just like I told you, and it will install this package. Now, when it opens up, it'll ask you to sign into your Microsoft account. Now, I have not used Windows for, many years now, and I am strictly a Linux user, so I don't use Microsoft. But there are some packages in Microsoft that really are good. Let's face it, I know we're open source, and we like to stay open source, but sometimes to get around things, to get the job done, we have to use a software package that's not open source. Well, this is one of those. Now, by installing this package, it really gives me a lot of options, and I'm going to show you what that voice sounds like. It really sounds good. So let me do this. Let me just close my browser. Okay. And we got to look at this mammoth creature again. Pretty scary when you get up in the morning and look at that. Okay, I have OneNote running right now, and I'm going to open it. I have that same text in it that we read before. Okay, now, normally when you're in the text, you're in the home tab up on top here, and you have all the, word processing capabilities, the bold italics and the font size and what font you're using and so forth. So anyway, I have it all set for what I want. So here's what I'm going to do. I don't have to highlight the text or do anything. All I have to do is go to View and go to Immersed Reader. Okay, and now it opens it. And if I just click on the play button here, it'll read the text to me. But listen to the voice.
Linux users do not have to put up with inferior text-to-speech, TTS, anymore.
Okay, you see how it sounds. Isn't that great? Now, one good feature about this is I make audiobooks, so I put a chapter at a time in this editor, and I play it. Now, I can do all kinds of things with this editor here. I can have it just show a small amount of text, one line of text, and then when I hit the read,
Linux users do not have to put up with inferior text-to-speech, TTS, anymore. I am making this video for a...
It only reads the one line. That's all I wanted it to read in this case. Or I can just turn it off. Focus is what it's called. Okay, now let's go to the next tab. They got just syllables, nouns, verbs, adjectives. I haven't played too much with this, but I did do this though. You can advance the spacing, bring it back to normal, and you can change the text size. Right now, I have it set at a higher text so it's legible when I'm making videos, but I could lower that, make the text a lot smaller. All right, just leave it here. Let's see, maybe go one more. Nah, I'll bring it back one more here. That's pretty good. You can see it. But now, this is a good feature. I can either have it white on black. I could have it just a white background with a yellow tint. Or I can have a big yellow tint. That's really bright, though. I can calm it down with blue or green. Let's just leave it on green once, and I'll show you what it does. And let's read it again. But let's start from the beginning again. That's one good thing. I could start from wherever I want to start, see?
I have been making audiobooks.
Okay? But I'm going to play the whole thing for you, and just listen to the way it sounds. To me, it's got a real good sound. And this is quite a good package for that.
Linux users do not have to put up with inferior text-to-speech, TTS, anymore. I am making this video for a post I am putting on Ubuntu forums to show how easy it is to make a great TTS for videos and podcasts, or whatever. In my post on the forum, I will be including the links needed to install a window program that has a Linux version available. The program is called OneNote and can be used to create audios from text. I have been making audiobooks for some time now, and have been looking for a good way to do this. In the past I had used a Chrome browser with an extension called Read Out Loud. They had some good voices in the extension, but after using it for a short time, Google would turn it off. I would have to wait a day or so to use it again. I was going to add an API to Google Cloud and use a WaveNet voice, but the cost was $14 for 1,000,000 characters. Making audiobooks could get costly. The way I am doing them now cost nothing. I hope you find this video helpful even though you might not see my post on the Ubuntu forum. And thanks for watching this video.
Well, what do you think? Would you go with something like this? I know that I've started using it and I really like it. Now, when you use the other, let me back out of this one again. Open up my browser and go to that text that we read before, this small amount of text. And what I did is I went to my settings.
Linux users do not have to put up with it.
I'm going to start this here, and I'm going to go to my, and I'm showing in a separate window. That's what I'd like to do. And I'm using the Google Standard English, U.S. English voice, Benjamin, and I've got the rate set just a little higher. I'm going to back that down again just a little bit. That's about where I set it with this voice. And then I have the volume all the way because I control my volume from my settings up here. Okay, with that said, I'm going to close this now. Watch how this one works.
Linux users do not have to put up with inferior text-to-speech, TTS, anymore. I am making this video for a post I am putting on Ubuntu forums to show how easy it is to make a great TTS for videos and podcasts or whatever. In my post on the forum I will be including the link.
Okay, you listened to it before, so I just wanted you to listen to a little bit of it to compare the voice with the other voice. You heard that one? Now let's listen to this one again.
Linux users do not have to put up with inferior text-to-speech, TTS, anymore. I am making this video for a post I am putting on Ubuntu forums to show how easy it is to make a great TTS for videos and podcasts, or whatever.
Okay, what do you think? I know that I like this voice much better than I like the one that is with Read Aloud in my plugin or extension in my browser. Well, that's kind of my tip I have for you this morning. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're looking for a good TTS, text-to-speech, I would recommend installing OneNote for Linux. I know it's a Windows program, but it really has a good sounding voice in its package. So I'm going to continue using this for my audiobooks. So with that, I'm going to end my podcast, and I just want to thank you for joining me today. And one more time, happy Groundhog Day. Bye for now.